What is going on, everybody? Brad here, back with another Let's Talk Jurassic. And tonight, we're not just talking Jurassic, we're going to be watching Jurassic. Why is it like, it looks like my video is like super grainy, but that's good. It's okay. We're going to be watching Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom together in just a few short minutes. But what we're going to do, I'm going to explain it real quick, what's going on, how we're going to do this. Hopefully you all have your own copy of the movie. I've got a digital copy here. My guest has a DVD copy. So whatever copy you have, we're going to sync it, to the very, very beginning, and we're going to do a countdown in just a few minutes. We're going to do a 3, 2, 1, play. You hit play when I say hit play. But that's about it for the watch party. We're going to be doing that in just a minute. I did want to showcase real quick what we've been working on over on the podcast so far this week. And we've got the Jurassic Wire, I guess. It's kind of the Wire. It's a little bit of a wire. We weren't really sure when we were recording it, but we did it anyway. We've got Aaron Beyer on the podcast this week talking about Jurassic World Dominion with the whole run up to this film releasing. The promotional stuff, the making of. We also talked about a lot of the character histories, what they've been up to in past movies, in between movies, and what they could be doing in Dominion. We talked a little bit about gaming, Jurassic gaming, and Jurassic June. What are our thoughts and expectations for Jurassic June? So please go check out that episode of the Jurassic Wire. We've got that all up there. Yes, we had a great time. It was very, very fun. So I'm going to go ahead and bring in our guest for this evening. Do you know who it is? Does everybody know who it is? Here he comes. Aaron Beyer. Surprise, surprise.
Oh, we should redo that.
So let's redo it. Ready? Here we go.
Take me off.
All right. So hey guys, tonight we've got a really fun stream for you. We're going to watch Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom in just a minute. But first, let's bring in our guest. We've got the one, the only Aaron Beyer.
What's up, buddy?
He is here in 3D, guys. He is right in your eyeballs.
Right.
Just, do this. Do a lot of that stuff. Is right there. You can basically touch him.
This is how I will represent the 3D effect happening on screen the whole time. All right?
Okay.
I'm going to watch this... I'm going to watch this in 3D. I worked on this one in 3D. I have my name in the credits on this one.
Wow. Look at you.
Yeah.
Fancy. We got somebody that worked on Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom on the stream this week. So if anybody out there doesn't know, Aaron has worked on 3D on a ton of movies and some Jurassic movies as well. So we've got Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. We've got an expert, I guess you could say, here today. That's right.
I mean, I've worked on I think my credit list is up to 70 3D movies.
Oh wow!
And I've worked on three Jurassic movies. So I worked on the original when they re-released it. I worked on Jurassic World a little bit. I was in the transition to Canada during Jurassic World, so a lot of that just got. I was kind of off and on the grid, as it were, I guess, at work.
Okay.
And then Fallen Kingdom, I was an assistant depth lead, which meant that people would convert their shots to 3D, and they would essentially go to my boss, which was the lead. But if my boss was gone, they came to me.
You're the boss,
and I got to make some decisions. But no, this was a cool experience. By this point at the company, a guy that I started with, day of, he was the stereo supervisor on this movie. And I was just I was kind of a common name, I would say, at my studio. I had been there for probably 8 years at the time of this movie coming out.
Wow.
So,
okay.
It was kind of cool to be in dailies and someone look over me and be like, hey, what do you think? And I'm like, I think this shot looks good.
Nice. Well, we'll learn a lot more, I think, of your process throughout the movie and stuff, and just a little bit as we go ahead and press play in just a few minutes.
I'm not going to keep it so 3D centric because I know that no one out there. I would be willing to bet no one out there is watching this in 3D. But I might make some
Yeah,
shout
but
outs to some
it's still interesting to hear about like the process, right? Like about like what you were thinking behind the scenes in order to get this movie onto the big screens and stuff like that. So it'll be cool to hear that portion of it. And if you haven't listened before, anybody out there, Aaron Beyer is on the Jurassic Wire. It's a segment we do every month on the podcast. So please go download the podcast and check that out. But I do want to shout out something real quick. It is Jurassic June. Welcome. It's Jurassic June. We're here. We made it.
Happy Jurassic June, buddy.
It's a big month. Yes, it's a big month here for Jurassic fans. We've got Jurassic World Dominion, and I'm sure a plethora of other things coming our way very shortly. But one thing I did want to shout out is it's also Pride Month. So down below, if you take a look at, I don't know, I don't think my arm can reach. I think it's like over here, down like under Aaron maybe. There should be a donate button. So any money that you send over to the channel, it's not going to go to the channel this month. It's going to go straight to the Trevor Project. So please help out during Pride Month and support the Trevor Project. They're a great organization. So you can learn a lot more about them. There's a drop down and stuff like that where you can read all about the organization just in case you want to. But we're trying to raise money for them. We do, charity drives for Jurassic Gives Back, usually every June and now December or so. Yeah, November, December for kids, in need in the wintertime. And then also, for different organizations here in the summertime. So we're doing the Trevor Project again this month for Pride Month. So please go ahead and donate down below. That'll be really, really awesome of you. But that'll be going all month long. So if you want to donate now, you can. Or if you want to donate the end of the month, that's fine too. And I'll be sure to put it on every video upcoming here in the near future. So is everybody ready to watch this movie? Are you guys ready to watch this? While you're answering me, I just want to give a few shout outs here. Lewis, what's up, Lewis? I hear you saw Jurassic World Dominion, Lewis. Don't tell us anything about it. Not a word. Yeah, here we go. This comment here. Thank you so much for setting up the donations. Thank you. We've got Jurassic Dave here. Mike Zilla. We've got Greg here. What's up, Greg? We've got Aaron. He's right here. Let's see.
I said that?
You did. I think you did. We've got Jared here. What's up, Jared? We've got Mr. Bricks. Let's see. I'm just scrolling through quickly. Sorry if I'm missing everybody, but we've got I am Reese, maybe? What's up? Heck yes. Showing that Pride Month love here. There we go. Hey, we got Phil in the house. What's up, Phil? How you doing, Phil? Jurassic Souls, don't worry, you're not too late. We're going to get started in probably like 1 minute here. So if everybody is ready, let me know, and I'll go ahead and get this started. Aaron, I know you were trying to get yours set up because what I'm doing is mine's a digital copy, so mine is set up at 000. Let me see here. So right just before the Universal logo on mine, that's where mine starts out. So I know things are sometimes different with a DVD. So do you think yours is good to go?
Yeah. So like, what's gonna happen with mine is it's gonna like take like probably 1 second to like kick in. But yeah, I think who cares if I'm off by a shot?
Exactly.
Or two,
we'll just kind of go through and we don't have to specifically talk about a moment as it's happening. We can kind of go through and just kind of talk about certain things, so it's not too bad. Right. It's just a general commentary. If you want to put it on while you're watching the movie, that works. But yes, Ben Zilla's here. What's up, Ben? Guess where I'm driving from today? Where are you driving from today? You're driving from Disneyland. I don't know, the set of Ahsoka. What are you doing, Phil? What are you doing? Where are you? And Nick brought up a good point. Let's shout out Nick here. I got to find that comment. No spoilers for Jurassic World 3. If you have seen that movie, stop. Don't say anything. Literally don't even talk tonight. I don't want to hear from you. Not a word. Not even if it's about Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. All right. So it looks like, I said some people are ready. Jurassic Souls, not necessarily ready. Is that a sushi restaurant? So, But yes, we've got a few people ready here. So, ready. Dave is ready. All right, here we go. This is where Phil was. Beverly Hills Miss Marvel press junket before the premiere at the El Capitan tomorrow. Look at you, Phil. Killing it, as always. Phil's a good friend of mine. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Aaron, you ready to do this?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, so let me tune this music down a little bit here. All right, and if just in case anybody's wondering, I'm going to do the 3, 2, 1, play. You hit play when I say play, and you're not going to see the movie here on the screen. Probably not going to hear it or anything. Maybe you'll hear a little background or anything, but yeah, nothing visual here except for me and Aaron. That's it. So just us. But yeah. All right, let's do this, Aaron. You ready?
Yes.
All right. So let's go ahead and press play in 3, 2, 1, play. All right. Here we go. Let's get this movable feast underway.
Over the ocean.
This is a very very subtle intro. There's just that underwater sound right now. Like you hear barely anything.
I remember working on this sequence.
Let's see here. I'm gonna make sure I have my captions on. All right. Legendary logo. This is a long intro.
Is Legendary a part of the new one?
I don't think so. I don't know. All right, so we got the bubbles, I guess. Is that what that is? What are those bubbles floating in? We're underwater. It kind of looks like snowy. It's kind of weird like that. Yes, it's definitely one of the best openings, if not the best opening.
Yeah. It's almost like I say the first one is the best, but
yeah.
No, I don't. You know what? I like the second opening better than the first one.
Okay.
It's hard to take away. It's hard to be like, oh, something better, something newer than the first one is better. But I still think that compy sequence is better than number one. This might have a beat. This one's just so insane.
Yeah. It's it's kind of like a lot of things come true. Like you wanted to see Main Street in ruin, and then you want the T-Rex to pull on this chopper, like you've heard of in the past. That would be amazing to see. And here it is coming to life. And you got this toy come to life here, which is amazing as well. That Mattel toy of the submarine is one of my favorites. It's so cool.
I feel like this was probably some of the first stuff we might have worked on.
Yeah, I think I pointed this out maybe. Where'd it go? Yeah, a bunch of people are actually saying it. It's the Upside Down. It very much looks like the Upside Down in that beginning with the floating particles. The Indominus Rex.
It's so weird to me that this pen is natural, mud and sand and stuff. I mean, I guess, well, no, because there's an underwater viewing gallery here. So why allow it to be? Well,
I mean, I don't imagine it's it's not like a SeaWorld style water pen or whatever like that. I imagine it's just a natural lake style. At Disney World, they built the Seven Seas Lagoon from scratch. It wasn't there before, and then they built it. I imagine that's kind of what this is, or just a real lagoon that they repurposed. But so I think that's why it's probably got a lot of stuff in there.
Maybe.
You hear that? Everybody hear that? Dilophosaur? I heard it in my headphones. I
Do you
remember.
think they put that sound in there just to tease us, to make us think this would be the Dilophosaur?
I wish I knew. I wish I knew, man. Like, it's so weird because it's. I think I saw it. I don't know where I saw it. Oh no, I saw it in IMAX first. I don't think I heard it in IMAX, but I saw it also in a Dolby cinema, and I heard it in Dolby. So I didn't hear it in certain theaters, but I heard it in others. So it's a weird thing that, like, I don't know why it's there. What is it meant to distract us? If it's not meant to be heard in different theaters, like, what's the point?
Right.
Oh, but this is getting real good here. Yeah, they definitely teased us. It's such an odd thing just to put that noise in there. I don't get it. Oh my gosh.
It's
The
so
flashes.
good, dude.
I'm getting hyped. This movie really hypes me up. Oh yeah. You got rain, you've got like lightning, you've got
Yeah.
flashes of like sparks of electricity. You've got that massive spotlight. It's all like very Jurassic. And obviously the T-Rex just rampaging. It's so good.
Dude, like in and out of that pool of light, it's so cool.
Mm-hmm. One of my favorite parts is the Rex lifting up that
Lifting
truck.
that car
It's
with its
amazing.
body. It's so good.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like
I don't buy it that he misses at all.
And what I do love about this is I love that Camp Cretaceous tied into this moment, and it was like believable for me, and it was really cool. I loved that moment so much in the show. Like when they started to tease what was going on in Camp Cretaceous, I was like, oh no way, they're doing it. They're going to that moment. That was so cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Laughing, he's laughing, he's laughing. Mosasaurus. Oh,
that is so messed up.
So amazing.
It is so messed up, dude.
Man. Hey, we got Tall here now. So what's up? Yeah, this is the second to last one. We got one more next week. Watching the Battle at Big Rock Short and the Jurassic World Dominion Prologue.
Now, I have a question. Can I
Yeah.
spoil this movie as we're watching this?
I mean, I think pretty much everybody here has seen it. So I think you're
Alright.
okay.
So I just had this thought the other day. The T-Rex at the end of this movie steps... Okay, this intro I don't like. It's too grand.
Come on. I love this.
No,
we were actually having a chat about this, I think in a chat today or so about this, and I just love it so much. I love how epic it is.
It's too big. It's too big. It's fine. Like, I'm not here to hate on this movie today, but like, it was so big for me. I was like, no, I want just the text. It's nice and small and simple, and like then you get your big movie with that. I don't know. It was so weird. No, so at the end, the T-Rex steps on that bone.
Yeah.
Can't you still get DNA from it if the T-Rex steps on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like the same argument about like the Barbasol can. It's like, yeah, the specimens were only going to live for 36 hours, but like you could probably still get DNA from them, right? Like it would still work.
Yeah. All right, let's watch his clothes here.
All right. Yeah, because we had questions about this.
Oh man, they're all in just generic suits.
Murderer.
Like...
Yeah, he's got the...
All right, so the guy behind him looks like a blurry Simon Pegg. So when we come back, is blurry Simon Pegg
He does.
still behind him?
And this guy's got a striped tie.
Mr. Sherwood.
Mr. Sherwood. A guy that looks like Eli Mills with glasses. And Ian McKellen back there. Yeah, so this part with Ian Malcolm is clearly...
It ain't gonna stop with the de-extinction of dinosaurs. And this is what worries me about the end of the Jurassic era.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've read this as it happened. Wow, look at that. Well timed, Lewis. Bravo. So yeah, we had questions about this on The Wire, I think, this week, right? Where we were wondering, like, were those two separate moments, the bookends, or are they supposed to be the same moments in time, two separate hearings? Like, we want to check out the close. And even if the clothes are the same, I still think they're probably two separate hearings. But, Malcolm only likes to wear black, so we can't really pay attention to him too much. But I think it's pretty clear that this is pre-volcano. It's his words that he's using. And then I think, obviously, at the end, he says, "Welcome to Jurassic World." But I want to know if there's, like, a cue in the end that kind of says, like, if it's like a what-if scenario. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. All right. So, like, look, Justice Smith was fine in this movie, but it was supposed to be Lowry, man. Like,
it would have been great if Lowry was here. Yeah, I agree. But I love Justice Smith. I actually really enjoy Justice in this role. And actually, I think today we got to see a little bit of them in some video that the official Twitter posted today. I keep forgetting that you're wearing those 3D glasses, and I keep looking at our feed, and I'm like, "Whoa, what's he got on his face?"
What is happening?
So funny. So the committee is done, right? For now, it's over.
All right, so it's definitely two different.
Well, I mean, that doesn't preclude them from actually just doing like a kind of like a flashbacky thing at the end with the bookend. It could just still be.
This project that she's a part of, this is to get government funding.
Mm-hmm.
I have to be honest with you. I think I tend to agree. I don't.
With what, Malcolm?
Going, no, just with I don't like whether the dinosaurs live or die. I feel like if it was a private venture, like, she should be raising the funds to get these animals off the island herself. Like, I don't necessarily know if they should. I don't know.
Well, yeah, I think. Yeah,
because I didn't realize that's what it was for. It was for the government to get involved. And I just feel like I feel like Mills is, I mean, he's stealing them essentially, but like,
yeah. No, I see what you mean though. It does seem a little questionable because you're like, well, is this our responsibility to?
Why wouldn't Biosyn come in
at
this point and be like, "Hey, we'll buy them. We'll just straight buy them, like, off of the InGen, like, debt pile."
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I just need to see how these dots connect because, like, I have so many questions like that. Like, if it seems like Biosyn's going to be behind a lot of things, it's a thing we talked about on the episode this week. Are they going to be behind a lot of this from the beginning? Maybe they're not, but maybe they are. And if they are, yeah, like you said, why did they not just like scoop this stuff up ASAP? Right away.
Right.
That would have seemed more plausible. And then,
we're coming up to some shots that my wife worked on. Oh. I totally forgot. Yeah, my wife was at the studio when we worked on this. So, like, my wife was a paint artist, and so every time we break something out into different layers, there's like a shift, right? Left and right, because you're left and your right eye. And so like what the paint artists do is they fill in everything behind every layer so that there's not like a weird like gap.
Huh.
She worked on like all these, like a bunch of these map shots. Anyway, sorry, what were you saying?
I have no idea. How's the 3D looking for you right now? Is it looking good in your setup?
I mean, I mean, it's definitely in 3D.
I've never had an at-home 3D, whatever TV.
Well, just pony up,
player.
buddy. The TVs are like on the second market now. They're just insanely expensive. Just pony up. No, I mean, I think it's got the pros and the cons of 3D conversion, right? So there's different ways to make a 3D movie. There's rendered, which is typically what like a Pixar movie does, right? You split your cameras inside the 3D engine, and then you render each eye. I tend to prefer that. Like a 3D movie like Tangled. Tangled is stunning in 3D. There is shooting it in 3D, which has pros and cons. Pros essentially being that like you're kind of getting quote real 3D. And the cons being like if one of the camera shifts, you might get some like rivalry, or you might get just like a pain in your eye as the viewer. Like if one of the cameras like misaligns or something. Usually in that case, if it's a Hollywood movie, if they're shooting it in 3D, they'll usually send that shot to a conversion house to fix.
Okay.
And then there is conversion, which is basically I think I have like basically a forever going NDA, but like if you've seen any of the bonus features on Jurassic Park 3D, those bonus features explain like how, they break everything out with roto to isolate them as like individual objects. Then the depth artist will do like kind of like a black and white kind of displacement map. And then there's tools that they use to make that left and that right eye. So some of the cons of conversion is like sometimes like something will be kind of wonky looking. Like I noticed a shot where Mills was like moving and like some of the shapes in his face didn't track properly. So like his face actually kind of slid off a little bit.
Sorry, Mills. He's got bigger problems later on.
It's kind of crazy. Like in Jurassic Park 3D, there's a shot where like there's an entire like shape that just travels across the screen. Like it got,
Let me interrupt you real quick. I just want to point out the timestamp. I am at 17:07 right now, so that's where I am. Hopefully, you can catch up there. Yeah.
But one of the big pros to conversion is that like the director gets, or whoever's in charge, gets their vision of 3D, right? So if they say bring this out, we can bring it out. If they say push this back, we can push it back. And it's kind of in a post-production type environment where it's like, it's very much like we can address the notes. If you shoot something in 3D, there's no noting it at that stage. It's done.
Yeah.
So here we are at this build-a-kit that he's doing.
This cabin, yeah. So I'm assuming it's the same cabin that we're gonna see in Dominion. So that's
surely, right?
I would think, yeah, unless they just really wanted to get off the grid and they built something very similar, but I would assume it's the same place.
He has a miniature unfinished house next to him.
Does he?
Yeah.
It's like his model, he like figures out how to make it from scratch.
It's like the model they gave to the people who actually built this. And so it's got the same boards and everything like halfway done. Why on earth we can't rewind, but why on earth would he have a model of his house half the same stage? That's so weird.
The directions were on idea. The directions were on the small version, and he had to upscale everything. So he has to figure it out piece by piece on the small one first, and then move on to the big one. Upscale everything.
Is there like a miniature toilet that goes in there?
The interesting thing, though, I feel like about the cabin from the trailers and stuff that I've seen in Dominion, it feels like much more crowded with trees and stuff around. That felt like it was much more like of a big open field with trees like on the
Off in the
outskirts.
distance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll be interested to see how that matches up. As we know, Jurassic World is not necessarily the greatest at matching up with previous iterations, like
Yeah,
the
I was
visitor
gonna say,
center.
they can't get
or-
the visitor center right, buddy.
Yeah,
Like,
or the Explorer in this movie is a little different. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Nikolai's saying the same, assuming the same cabin. What, should I just build my own cabin with a miniature cabin first and then upscale it to a bigger one, like you, Owen? I kind of believe I believe Owen here about like he's very like I don't feel like he really cares about the dinosaurs right now. He's just like, yeah, whatever. They die, they die.
Well-
If Blue dies, she dies. Like he's like, okay, what do you want me to do?
I don't think he wasn't a dinosaur wrangler. He was simply there to work with the raptors. So he really, like, does he care about the dinosaurs? I don't think he really ever cared about the dinosaurs necessarily. It's like,
Well-
yeah, they were animals. Like he didn't want to see that apatosaur get like just obliterated for no reason.
Well, I feel like,
But,
this
like-
moment here changes that. Like he watches these old clips and I feel like there is a big connection. So it's like it's weird how well he's like either lying to
it's
Claire in that moment or I don't know. Like maybe his heart does change, but I don't know.
I want to clarify. I don't think I shouldn't say the dinosaurs. I should say the dinosaurs that were not his like raptor project.
Mm-hmm.
Like obviously, I think he kind of, loves these little raptors and likes to watch them grow, and enjoys working with them. But I think at this stage he's like come to terms with like the fact that Blue he might have been like, Blue's probably already dead.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's weird. It's interesting to me. I'm not sure if I buy it totally, but I also do believe him in that moment. Like, it's weird. I love this. We had compatibility issues recently. How did she get on that plane and not know he was laying back there?
Yeah, because you have to go in like and
Yeah,
look at the.
Even if she didn't see his face, or she's like, there's definitely a man sitting in the back.
Right.
Like laying down. Here we go. I rode my motorcycle through the jungle with a pack of raptors. So good. I love the music.
Dude, like at this stage of the movie, like I'm still on board with it.
Yeah.
Like I'm in the theater and I'm like, yeah, like this is great. I'm getting my Lost World vibe from it.
Let me lay something out. I love this movie fully from start to finish.
I know you do.
I love every moment of it. So yeah, I don't know. My initial problem was just the marketing and just reacting to what I had already seen in trailers and different packages and stuff that they released. So, which is interesting because I feel like we're at that stage right now with Dominion. It's like we've seen so many different things, teasers, TV spots, and trailers and behind the scenes. So I'm like, how much of this movie do I really know? So how do you feel about this movie as a whole? Just lay it out for me real quick.
When it first came out, I had this conundrum. Is it worse than Jurassic Park 3? And just for the record, Jurassic Park 3 is my least favorite. I don't think it's terrible. It's just my least favorite. It's got a lot of problems, but it's still enjoyable as like a dinosaur movie. You know what I'm saying? This movie, I think I enjoy it more than Jurassic Park 3. I'm happy that it tries to like continue a story. Like I'll give that going for it. Like it feels like a sequel. But like before we started today, I was like flipping through and like we're off the island by like an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And this shot of
it's
this
so
miniature,
good.
it's
Can we all
cool.
just have that? I know like everybody wants to bring that miniature home, have it right in their, their houses. It's beautiful.
But like this movie had like a reverse Lost World where it was like the stuff I wanted to see was shortened and the stuff I don't really care about was longer, which is I don't particularly care about dinosaurs on the mainland. So I'm in big trouble for Dominion.
Oh, yeah, you're in a,
But I'm
a
hoping that
huge
he's
pile
figured out a
of,
way to like, yeah, I hope he's kind of figured out a way to make it interesting, Trevorrow, like that is. So like, I mean, I'm hoping like everything Trevorrow does as far as Jurassic is concerned, I enjoy. This movie.
Look at that sprawling volcano. My God.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's so cool. Look how massive this island is though.
I know.
Like, I don't know. Okay,
Well,
sure. I mean, I guess.
Ken Wheatley here.
Oh, yeah. Not a fan.
So you just think it gets off the island too fast and does things that Ken Wheatley. His voice is so funny.
Is this guy? Is this the Slytherin dad from Harry Potter?
No.
Oh, it totally looks like him.
No, that's Jason Isaacs, I believe.
Maybe. I don't know.
Who plays? I think he plays the Inquisitor in Rebels, Star Wars Rebels, the Grand Inquisitor.
Maybe
I'm
Rebels. Like, dude, this is awesome. Look at this, like,
yes,
this is gate to like go into. Because you have to assume at this, like where they're at now, it's like it's always been off limits to dinosaurs, like no matter what.
I love this. It's like very, very Lost Worlds, but also Jurassic Park vibes with the gates and the sick vehicles and stuff. Like
I have this on my Evolution Island. I have you go into the raptor pen with your car, and it's a double gate. Like so, your cars go in, and the gate closes. And then the second gate opens for you to go in, and then it's the same on the way out.
What am I right about, Dave? I don't remember already. What did I say something? Was I right about Ken Wheatley's voice or what? What was it?
It's just too not real.
Oh, I love this.
So this is the sequence where I'm assuming we were going to get that massive Stegosaurus body. And I'm so happy they got taken out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is rough looking. And it's cool, but like just so big.
Oh, dude, is this the shot with the compy coming up?
Yeah.
In the toy shop? I love it.
Yeah, I have that toy, I think, too. We have it here. It's I forget what it was, but it's like a red and black T-Rex, I think. My memories. Oh, the Grand Inquisitor. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I got the Grand Inquisitor on the mind a lot recently, so there it is. Oof, so many toys.
I've got a good chunk of those toys.
I know. Some of them aren't even Jurassic toys. That's that T-Rex that's in the middle there. It's just like I just bought a bin of dinosaur toys that had some Jurassic, but also just a plethora of like other dinosaurs, and that was one of them. So when I saw that, I felt like what's his name, Leonardo DiCaprio. I was like, there it is, some pointing at it, you know. Ken Wheatley sounds like a cowboy. Howdy, y'all. It's me,
oh, dude, I never noticed.
Wheatley.
What a good job. They like have the broken amber pieces all over the ground here.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's a cool touch.
Yeah, but where's all the boxes that were in the middle of the street from when the Camp Cretaceous crew were there? Where'd all those boxes go?
Not there.
There was like just boxes everywhere or something. Yes, Phil points out the theme. The music in this movie is I think it's my favorite of the sequel trilogy so far. And I think Dave was saying it before about going back and forth between which movie he likes better, Jurassic World or this one. I think this one's my favorite of the two so far, and the score as well. So I I just love the music in this one so much because it takes what was great about Jurassic World and expands upon it, and it's so dark, so brutal.
This is the PS1 music.
Is it?
Yeah. I need to listen to that score again because I'm interested to see what Giacchino brings from PlayStation 1 into...
I don't even know if I ever knew that, to be honest.
He brings in one. He brought one in Jurassic World, and he brought one in Fallen Kingdom.
I know the Jurassic World one. It's the Raptor one, but I didn't realize. I don't even know if I realized that was from.
I'm like 90% sure that this theme was a PS1 theme. That's a cool shot.
Siaka said there's a song like this on the Lost World Arcade.
Oh, then maybe it was the arcade that I'm confusing it with. Yeah, we did need that Franklin figure. I like, as much as I don't care for the character.
Yeah.
I mean, your dinosaurs have to eat something, right?
Nikolai says, "Is that the same Bracky from Jurassic Park?" You know, that's like, I don't know if it was that. I think it was the one that dies. Spoilers, in the fire on the dock. Is that the one that J.A. Bayona was like, "Yeah, that's the one from Jurassic Park that you knew and love"? I don't believe that for 1 second because the models are completely different, and I feel like they just said that on Twitter just to get you riled up. Like, I really don't feel like it was.
D9.
Well, things could get hairy. I do like Ken Wheatley. I you know, he's very comical, but like I love the guy. He's just a bad villain, and I like it. Here we go. This, if I don't make it back, remember, you're the one who made me come. I feel like isn't there a line like that in one of the trailers for Dominion?
No, she says like "come back," and he's like, "I always come back" or something.
Yeah,
it's not as funny.
Well, it's the same thing, but it's the same vibe, right? Like it's like the same like comical play or whatever. And I feel like that's like, how many times can you say something like that and actually come back?
Oh, because you want your dream of him dying. Why do you want him to die?
I just feel like it would be more emotional, than like, for instance, like Blue dying or something. I don't really feel like Blue will die, but I would like to see Owen die. And that way it gives them a good reason to not return to that character or these characters too often. But yeah.
See, I want them to return to these characters in 10 years, right? Like,
yeah,
but like, I want them to do like what they're doing with the big three now, right? Like, I want them to bring Chris Pratt in.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it on the show this week. Apparently, we talked a lot about the following up from this movie. But we talked about Maisie, like in like 30 years or something. Like, see Maisie, what she is up to in 30 years' time as a older woman or whatever. I thought that would be really cool.
Right.
This is great. I do love this sequence.
My buddy, hey, did you see they brought the truck back? Yeah, but there's no wall. Where's the wall, Brad?
See, I feel like the wall is like this dark area behind him.
No,
somehow,
but also, it is not like there.
I mean, we can't see it. There's just plants. Which
there's parallax in those plants, man. There's no wall there.
I think the intention is that there's a wall somewhere, because I think the wall would be behind them, like behind Blue. But you obviously see there's no wall behind, like, to the right.
I just want to shout
out
an artist, Holly Davison, like did this shot with the raptor in the profile, like coming up to Owen with his hand out. Like the shot looks really, really good. I think I did the shot where he throws the food at him.
I love that.
Or the shot after, like, of the Blue. Oh, I did this one where he's like roaring at him. Okay, that's the shot I worked on.
Yeah, there's so many patches of light coming through in certain areas. Obviously, the big one behind Blue, and then off to the right, there's nothing. But I still think it's like behind Blue over here, even though we don't. No, there's light coming through. I don't know, man. I have no clue. Dude, that bird noise, so good. Reminds me of the Sega game.
Oh, dude, you're getting me like hyped. You're gonna have me buying a capture card at the end of this to play old video games on the podcast channel.
Brutal. Very reminiscent of the Muldoon shot right there.
Yeah.
Oh, that was like really surprising.
Crunch.
Owen is down for the count. See her save that dart there for future use. I love how despicable Ken Wheatley is because he's just like, oh, here we go. I'm going to have to hold my gun up. I'm used to this. I've done this before. Yeah, it's like impossible to find a wall in that sequence. It's like no matter which way, and the camera is constantly moving, but like no matter which way you look at it, it's like there's just light coming from all angles. And it's not like a wall fell because there's no concrete all over the place.
Oh, I love this sequence.
I'm glad to hear that. I feel like a lot of people dislike this moment, but
I mean, I dislike the scream. But what do you not like about? I don't understand. Like, what do people not like about the baryonyx coming through the tunnel?
Well, I think it's like this is the start of like dinosaurs not acting realistically to a lot of people. You know, like going after them even while the lava's coming down. Like that they think that typically an animal would be scared off from the lava and stuff. So.
See, this is like where like the whole argument of like make them more accurate. I'm just like, no, like who cares? Like,
yeah,
they don't need to be monsters, but it does need to have a scary element to it.
You know what's hilarious to me? Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine.
When the Dominion trailer came along or the second, I think it was like the second trailer or something, Maisie talked and I was like, whoa, what is that voice? I completely forgot that she was British. I don't know why. I just completely forgot that she had like an accent.
But see, this is what I don't understand. Although she's been living in that house forever, right? She doesn't ever leave.
Yeah, I can't imagine. I don't think she left. I think she just, is raised by the two of them.
Right here is my first moment in the movie where I'm like, this is weird.
Now,
and it's because they tried injecting some comedy into it.
Yeah, this is a nice callback though to the what was it, the Lost World or a book, or was it? Yeah, I think it was the Lost World book, right? It was like a
I don't remember.
Stegosaurus or something like that, like licking somebody's face. I think it was Sarah.
Oh,
after the boat, I forget.
Disgusting.
So it was a nice reference, but
no, the dinosaur doesn't bother me. It's the
lava, of course. But this does. It is
this comedic,
probably my least. Yeah, it's probably my least favorite moment.
This is really cool though. But like, look, it's like perfectly formed around his body. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, it's just like, this is too movie for me. Like, we got to have a movie moment.
And like, I wanted a little bit more seriousness instead of, it's so comical. Oh, it's so goofy. I wanted a little bit more seriousness instead of him just flailing all over the place, because like we're seeing this moment in time from Jurassic Park just burn, like completely burn up. I kind of wish it was more serious in that moment. Okay, yeah, Jared was confirmed. Sarah woke up to a Stegosaurus licking her face in the book. Yeah, so that's a nice reference.
So I got to work on a bunch of these baryonyx shots, and like I got to work on the shot where the baryonyx is in profile, like the one that's like on the back of the box for this movie, like the advertising shot.
Yeah, that like
I worked
roar.
on both. I worked on both the trailer versions and the final movie version. So like,
I do
if you
love
were to
the
get to see this in 3D, that is something I
oh, so good.
am pretty stoked about.
I do
Dude, look
love
at this.
these
This is so
sparks of
scary.
light. It's so awesome. And I do love
Yeah.
the comical bit about the T-Rex. Is it a T-Rex? Is it a T-Rex?
Right. He's so afraid of the T-Rex when that's like, oh, that scream.
It's funny to me. I love it so much. See, I feel like I don't know. I feel like these dinosaurs are probably hey, well, they were just offset. Well, no, that was a few years ago, I guess. Never mind. I was gonna say the Scorpius Rex set them off. But
Oh,
that was a
dude,
while
no,
ago.
come
That was
on.
a while ago. That was
Why
like
do you gotta
years.
bring that? Why do you gotta bring that in?
Because I love the Scorpius. But that
Ugh.
kind of like the dinosaurs in Camp Cretaceous are acting like this, like they're like doing things they wouldn't naturally do. So to me, that like kind of that's why I thought of that real quick. But yes, and Phil brought it up too. They're all hungry. Like I feel like all these dinosaurs are like freaking out because they're like they need some food, like things that. Oh yeah, I guess like the volcano is probably setting these dinosaurs off, kind of like much like the Scorpius Rex did. You know.
Well, I mean, animals do get like they know when things are about to happen, but animals would have like already been by the coast at this stage. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they would have gone as far as they could go, right?
And I do love this all the lava stuff here and the volcano stuff. I know like a lot of people
I love this. She looks up.
Holy,
Yeah,
I love it. This is so epic to me.
she
Like,
delivers that line really well.
yeah, the coldest lava. Um I love this lava sequence because it's just so old-fashioned dinosaur, like
Yeah,
every depiction of
yeah.
dinosaurs in your old books or posters or whatever was always dinosaurs and volcanoes erupting, because that was like their extinction. You know, that's what they're trying to symbolize here is the extinction of these dinosaurs, and what better than a volcano going off all around them. So that's a very natural sight for me, and I don't care that like
Oh, there's my babies. I
um
love them. The
I don't
galleys.
yeah, I don't care that like a lot of people like look at it like scientifically and say like, oh, Owen would have been burned to death by the
No,
hot
no, no, no,
ash.
no.
I don't
Like,
care
yeah,
about
who
that stuff.
cares? No
I
one
don't
cares.
that doesn't bother me at all. Like and like yeah, he probably would have burned up too when the lava was like an inch and a half from him, you know, but like I don't care. Like it's funny. Like I like seeing like action and
This
it doesn't I don't need the scientific stuff behind it, you know.
this whole sequence is great.
Yes. And I love the music here coming up
Yep,
with
it's
the
big.
slams. Each time a dinosaur smashes through, the music crescendos.
I felt like that was a Crash McCreary style Triceratops. I kind of missed it, but I didn't feel
Uh,
like a Trevorrow Triceratops. Um, so what I like about the volcano is like to this movie's credit, they do find something different to do than just go
woo!
back to the island. Oh, dude, the
The
Carnos look so good.
Carno is like probably one of the best looking dinosaurs they've ever made.
Yeah,
It's so like look at all the detail on that thing. Oh my god.
yeah, it's really, really good.
So good. I just feel like all the dinosaurs are like hungry or just, you know, off balance because they don't know what's going on, you know.
Well, this
So I
movie
feel like
feels like sorry, this movie feels like a 1912s, 1920s
mhm.
black and white. If you put this
Yeah,
sequence in black and white, man, you would feel like you were watching an old school movie. Like
we
I
should
hate to
have
say
done that.
monster, but that's what
Oh,
this is.
brum.
This is so cool.
Yes, this is so good. I love this shot. The roar kind of annoys me there. I feel like it should be more powerful, but
Yeah,
but I love that so much. And I do like how the Rex was naturally affected by like the pulse from the volcano. Any of these bumpy?
Look at this Triceratops. Man, it doesn't look like it looks like a redesign at first. It looks like a design to get back to the Jurassic Park one.
Whew.
I can't tell because it's running around.
Yeah.
Oh, man. God bless these artists for putting these Gallimimus everywhere. They're like in almost every shot. They're amazing. How many of those do I gotta buy? This Hammond Collection galleys.
I do love that they sent them like down a roller coaster in the gyrosphere for this shot.
So there's a shot coming up where like it's really long. It's really long. The one where like they're drowning, and this one right here with the Sinoceratops at the beginning, and they're in the bubble. So I just want to call out, I think this was like Mark McCormick Douglas who did this shot in 3D. It was either him or it was Jim Haggerty that worked on this shot in 3D. And like this is a beast of a shot in 3D, because like if you watch this, there's no camera cut.
Yeah, and
you have to start the shot from beginning to end, and like, I mean, not just for 3D, but for visual effects too, and for
but also
practical effects.
Just the operator who's in there in this small unit with them. Right. Filming this. That's really, really impressive. I mean, I'm sure it's a bigger version or something so they can get the shot, but like, it's awesome.
But yeah, this shot is a beast. Like on visual effects terms, like this one was like eating away at computers, I'm sure. There's just so much going on here.
It's very, very intense.
And I just call those two guys out because I feel like if I was still there and this came across, I'd be like, yeah, hand it to one of those guys.
They can do it. Yeah, this is a very like traumatic sequence. Like anytime there's a movie where like people are underwater for extended periods of time, it's very scary.
So what would be scarier, being underwater with that ball not filling with water, or being underwater in the ball but it's still filled with water?
Filled with water. Yeah, I think.
Yeah, okay. I just feel like if it's not okay, this is where it's like, yeah, look at that. It's like boiling the water and they're just like chilling out.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so cool.
Remember all the behind the scenes shot of like there was like a roadway right up top there, and I remember a lot of people like taking pictures of them like filming these sequences.
Yeah, you're right. This was like leaked footage, right?
Was
or
what?
A leaked set. This was like
it was like stuff that came out as they were filming.
Why at this point is she like it was a lie? What has she figured out? I guess I missed that.
It goes to Rex. Yeah, I mean, I guess like she had no time to breathe, right? She probably figured out it was a lie back. Well, I don't know.
Well, here's the Lost World shot. No, like here's another issue I have, right? We just saw the T-Rex like 30 seconds ago, and now it's caught, it's on the lift, and it's like on the way to the truck. Like it just feels.
Well,
in the Lost World.
Well, yeah, it's
in the Lost World. They're like walking for like 2 days and they don't see any dinosaurs. These guys show up on the island for 15 minutes and they've got a park full of animals. Like, why was this crew not brought in to get the San Diego animals? Like,
yeah, seriously. Look, I imagine it took them a little while maybe to swim around the coast to find this beach, so they had time to capture these dinosaurs. I don't know. Oh, I hate this part. Pulling out the dinosaur teeth.
I'm a bad guy. I gotta pull out the teeth. Does he even know what teeth he has? He's not labeling them.
Yeah, I don't think he cares. I don't know if he cares, does he?
Hey, is Owen got the binoculars on backwards like Ian does?
I don't.
Does Owen know
I
how to use
missed it.
binoculars? Boat's good. I'm all about the boat.
Hey, it's like generic action figure guy #1.
That's cool. Give him to me, man.
I mean, I feel like we already have him. Well, a little bit different looking. He has black pants.
Are we talking about the same guy? I bet we are.
Yeah. Man. It's a fair point by Jared, maybe, that there could have been more dinosaurs on Nublar than there were on Sorna, maybe?
I just, like, at the beginning of this movie, we see how big Nublar is, and I just feel like, I mean, unless the dinosaurs haven't breached, like, the park perimeter, so, like, are all the dinosaurs still within the park section? But
I have no idea.
We have the monorail that takes you to different parts of the island, so it's just, I don't know. It's really tough for me to be like, yeah, sure, they scooped him up in 15 minutes.
Well, I mean, technically, they only really had to scoop up, like, the T-Rex. Because, like, that's it. You know? But...
So, were there any Apatosaurus or Brachiosaurus on this boat?
Yeah.
Okay. We see Apatosaurus by the end of the movie.
It's a very small looking boat, but like apparently has everything known to man on this boat and things that we never even saw. Hey, we got the dying Brachiosaurus sequence.
I feel nothing.
Looks like an Amber Collection or a Hammond Collection logo or something.
Yeah. John Deere paid for this movie.
Dave, wake up inside, Aaron.
Sorry, man.
Yeah, I don't know how they fit like any dinosaurs on this boat.
Dude, it's not that big.
This island is perfectly fine. There's no way that there's no, like, all the dinosaurs are dead. No way.
No. Especially because vegetation grows back so fast.
Yeah.
Like, all that, this stuff's gonna, like, put nutrients into the soil and stuff. Dude, this is a concavinator model. It's so good.
Yeah. I'm so glad we got, like, the concavinator toy and stuff like that. I do like that one. Because those bad teeth, those fake teeth are making him talk so weird.
What?
He's got fake teeth in this sequence.
Does?
What's his name? The auction guy.
Why? Why does he have fake teeth?
Because I guess his teeth aren't that nice. And he's like a fancy, expensive dude, I guess. I don't know. Maybe he has to have nicer teeth.
Did he have fake teeth in Captain America?
No. Who has nice teeth in 1920 or whatever year that was? What year is that? 1945?
Oh, I'll have to, like, watch. I'll have to, like, look this guy up.
Well, like, listen, he talks like this. It's kind of weird. Yeah, he got veneers.
Amen.
Oh, Greg, I forgot about that one. Why did you make me remember that toy, Greg? That thing was
Oh,
hideous. That thing
dude,
was
yeah.
hideous. I don't like that one. No, I definitely didn't get that one. I'm sure you
The
did, Craig,
green
but
red
I
one is the only one
no.
that's an
Yeah.
acceptable answer for buying that toy.
You know what, Siaka? Yeah, I know. It took me a minute to get there, but I got there. Okay. It's hard to remember the history of the world while podcasting.
It's really not, Brad. This is something that you and I should essentially know off.
Well, I did. I got there. It took me a minute. Not even a minute. The Indominus Rex.
And D1405. See, like once we get into Dominion, I think the numbers and stuff are things I'm going to enjoy more, like to look at.
So we got the Indoraptor, a brief glimpse,
A brief description of the Indoraptor,
description of it, and so we go from the Scorpius Rex being the first hybrid or whatever, and it's more like the Indoraptor, right? It's basically the Indoraptor, but just like wrong. Everything's wrong about it.
Right. So then they go backwards in science and they make bigger.
Then they go bigger.
Only so they can come back smaller. The Scorpius Rex is problematic.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I have no good explanation for that other than like they're like, hey, well, we know how to make these big ones. Let's go back to the bigger scale. Maybe we'll add in some bigger dinosaurs just so we can figure it out, and then we'll scale down. Kind of like
small dinosaurs. They have raptors and
this is the reverse of Owen's cabin. Okay, so they instead of starting small and going big, they had to start big and then go small. They realized they did it wrong. They were like, well, Owen gave us the idea, so let's switch it up.
What are these semis? Like some of these things I just don't believe are. Oh, I forgot about the sequence. I love the sequence coming up.
Yeah. Just listening to all the sound that Blue is making. Yeah, that would have been a fun idea if they did have David Attenborough play it. But like, it's funny because like for the past few years, once we learned about like Battle at Big Rock coming and stuff like that, I was like, they should make more. They should do like a behind the scene, or not behind the scenes, but like they should do a wildlife documentary of the dinosaurs that are out in the wild, loose in the United States. And I was like, well, if they did that, it would be really cool if we got like a 15-minute short of a documentary of dinosaurs in the wild and just have it narrated by David Attenborough. And now here we are today with Prehistoric Planet narrated by David Attenborough.
I've always wanted something like that. Like as a kid, I was like, man, I would love to see a documentary like going back to Nublar and like they're like filming these dinosaurs, right? And like you're learning about them through documentary style. And I was like, well, that's like too expensive, right? They would never do that. And then here we are. We've got this dinosaur documentary on Apple TV. This is so awesome. So what's the official story with this T-Rex? Because I remember seeing this T-Rex like as an animatronic and it looked terrible. Like there was leaked footage, right, of that T-Rex or something?
Yeah, somebody like took pictures or whatever and leaked it out. And it looked so bad. Like I was like actively like scared. I was like, this is going to be bad.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look bad. It looks good. They did it. Hey Steve, what's going on?
I do like the idea of these animal traffickers. It's a cool concept.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were saying hi.
We are 58:42 into the movie. So yeah, you were pretty spot on there. What do you like the idea of the traffickers?
Like of animal traffickers. Yeah, it's cool.
Well, I mean,
So
I don't know about cool. But
I mean, it's a cool. It's again, it's just kind of different than.
yeah.
Okay, so she hops up on this T-Rex. Yeah, right.
Yeah, well, I don't think that was a plan. She probably just wanted to go. I love that he's laughing at her too.
Yeah.
Making this look totally normal. Oh God, terrifying. Oh. Oh, the snot.
I love this scene because it like reminds me of the Lost World, how they describe the smells and the like this animal, there's flies in there with it. It just stinks so bad.
What was that comment? So I have the subtitles on, and it said the P is silent. Were they talking about pteranodons?
Maybe.
But it was weird because the
See, this,
closed
and this-
caption spelled it out P-E-E. So I was like, what are they talking about? T-Rex P?
Oh, weird.
He pees silent. I do love this move here. It's pretty great. Jump through the mouth.
No way. No way. See, I'm kind of not ready for Claire's like story to be over, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I think if there's anybody I enjoy out of these movies, I think it's like Claire. Like, she's kind of like a Tomb Raider-y kind of, can I say badass? Am I allowed to?
Yeah,
I heard worse language
you
last
did
time.
it.
I guess.
No, it was a few weeks ago. It was for the
For
Lost
the Lost
World.
World.
Jarrett, I'm looking at you, dude.
Hey, did you notice that? Did you notice that Dimetrodon was the same color as the toy is?
Yeah, you're right. It is.
So
It is right there. Always got these things on hand. Always got the toy that you need to talk about.
Oh, I don't have it on. I mean,
I got
actually, it's in that massive pile on the floor.
I got two of them. Why? Why did I get two? I don't know. Because
I got two.
I just had to.
I do wish that they would give us Kenner colors for like they did it for the Carnotaur, and I wish they would just like kind of go all out and make the Kenner stuff like even more official than it already feels.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I'm playing Evolution 2. I'm doing like my own sandbox, and I've got Coelophysis like all over the place in one of my enclosures. And like they're awesome. I love them, but they don't look like Jurassic Coelophysis because they don't have that tan with like the beak color, you know, the purple and the red. Let me you're delayed on my screen. Hold on. Show me again. Yeah, like
This guy. I love these. These were one of my favorite toys as a kid.
Dude, you can get on eBay and just get those in lots and stuff. They're great.
I do love this sequence here of Owen playing with the dinosaurs, and it's really cool. Yeah. I feel like this is a moment that maybe alludes to what you were bringing up about like being worried about Maisie being like potentially relating to these dinosaurs a little bit deeper than we expect or something, because like she does look like she mimics, you know, the motions here.
Oh, what?
You never noticed that?
I guess I never really noticed it.
I don't think it happened yet. We'll keep an eye out. Watch her head. Look at her head. She's moving it the same way that they're moving it. I just like that. I like that it's a subtle little movement, but it's like her kind of, you know, relating to the creatures. Did Owen edit this footage for himself? Yeah, no, I feel like it's just what, like any documentary footage. Like Dr. Wu had all that stuff in Camp Cretaceous of him just being like, day 44, Scorpius is scarier than I imagined. What time zone, Amy? Time zone? I mean, Eastern? Is that what you want to know? Or do you want to know what time are we at in the movie? If we're in the movie, we're 104:27. But if you want the time zone, this is the Eastern Standard Time.
Excuse me. I'm at Central.
Yeah, you're at Central. My bad. I'm glad you made it here on time. Otherwise, that would have been weird. You showed up an hour late or whatever. Or
I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that I'm an hour behind you. Because, like, the wire doesn't run me into the ground until 1 a.m. like it used to.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry, buddy.
What do you want me to do, huh?
Oh.
We got Dr. Wu coming back. So, I want to see, like, how much does Wu feel kind of obligated to be doing this?
Yeah, I don't really understand why Wu's here.
Well, to make the Indoraptor.
I have theories that this movie wasn't a movie for very long. Like,
what?
Because if you remember, like, Trevorrow was like, "Oh yeah, Jurassic World, Fallen Kingdom. It's gonna be like,
yeah, it's a description of this of Dominion, yeah,
Apple versus Windows and like all this stuff." And then like that's not what this movie is.
I feel like it's like, oh man, that hand is huge. I feel like it basically describes the auction, and that's about it. It's like, there's potentially maybe these people are going to be using, like, they're different companies, but we don't really know anything about them.
So she's a clone. Do clones, like, accents is learned behavior?
Yeah.
Where is she learning? I guess from that lady there?
Yeah, from her and from her grandfather. Or, yeah.
This guy's not hanging around? Mills?
Yeah, but I mean, he probably, like, goes home or something.
Oh,
the other two definitely stay there. But I didn't really gather that from that little sequence. Wu was very demanding of wanting to get the science right, take the necessary time. It didn't seem like he was being, like, put on to, like, do the work. He
smells her hair like a creeper. What?
Dr. Wu, I'm trying to figure out where, like, what he's doing. Like, what is his story in all of this? All these movies combined. And it seems like he's just doing the work. It doesn't seem like he's, like, under duress yet. You know, I don't feel like, because in Dominion it looks like he's, like, under duress, like, probably doing some work at Biosyn or whatever, because he looks like older and tired and, like, you know, drained. But here he's, like, still, like, authoritative and, like, wanting to do the job and very proud of the work, I feel like.
Kids don't get their accents if they're in a different country. But that's because you go to school, right? Like, you go to school and you adopt your accent from, like, people around you, especially like you're saying, like, your parents are immigrants. I'm reading Siaka's messages. It's like, your parents might be immigrants, but you probably spent 8 to 10 hours a day with people that spoke differently than your parents.
Well, that is interesting, though. Like, yeah, but Siaka, I don't know if you're locked away in your house 24/7, but hopefully not. You think you're rich, but are you industrial dock at your house, Rich?
This isn't at the house.
What if it's just a major part of his property? It's like a huge property. Yeah, I wonder who was supposed to drive this truck too. Like if the guy's like, "Hey, where's my truck go?" That's the guy with no truck accent.
Right.
He stayed at home most of the time. Yeah, see, this is the, like, I don't understand this property whatsoever, but they've got their own fence to get in and stuff. It's just, like, I don't understand the logistics of this whole entire house. And, like, there's a garage over here on the side, but then everything goes downstairs. I don't know. It's, like, huge and subterranean. I don't really understand.
The house is more elevated than the garage.
It didn't really look like it.
Well, that's bad CG then.
Because now they're going all downstairs. But how do they get from, like, downstairs out of the garage again? Yeah, that was a really bad shot.
Oh, yeah, you're right. They lower them.
Yeah. Has anybody seen my John Deere hat?
Dude, I'm just so disappointed. I'm so disappointed that in the official lore, in the official canon, this is not where the first dinosaurs were made. Like, it's just so disappointing to me.
I don't remember anything else other than what's in the movies.
Like, I don't know what's official at this stage, but like, I feel like that you make your first dinosaurs here, then your ideas get grand and you open you're like, oh, let's do San Diego. Like, you're making your dinosaurs here to take to San Diego because you're in California and like it's a small startup, and this rich guy had his like basement that he was like, let's retrofit it into a zoo, like not a zoo, but like a animal containment warehouse. But no, it's like the official lore, the official canon, I think jumps right to Sorna as being like, oh yeah, we've got this grand plan.
Well, it's like it's so much unsaid that we're like trying to assume based off of like maybe like one line written on an article or something like that. And I don't know, like, how would you have explained? I don't know. I feel like maybe they retrofitted like this place. Maybe this all wasn't there or initially or something. I don't know, but I definitely feel the same way as you. I feel like if you had this, you would just make it here and bring it to San Diego. But, you know, just because they said the word factory floor in The Lost World means that has to be the factory, even for San Diego. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, just because it's the factory floor for Nublar doesn't mean it was the factory floor for San Diego. Like,
exactly, yeah.
It was the factory floor for Nublar. The concept of Nublar and Sorna came after Lockwood and San Diego. Like, that logic makes way more sense to me.
Bringing him from Sorna to San Diego makes zero sense whatsoever.
No.
Also, I don't.
She also didn't authorize the creation of the Indominus Rex.
She probably like signed a piece of paper at one point, and it implicated her.
She's a park operator. Like, they make it really clear in Jurassic World that she is like, there's a difference between park operations and science operations, and she's literally just running the park side of it. They make it like really clear in that movie.
I forgot to put this part up. Oh man. Oh, I forgot to put that up the whole time. You do look like Luna Lovegood, dude. That's hilarious.
Put it up. That's all right.
That's so funny.
I mean, I can switch to some boring 3D glasses. Would you guys rather have that? I'll do that. I've got a whole bunch of these. I've got Minions ones. I've got Anakin Skywalker's pod racer.
Dude, look at you. I'm looking at you right here, man. The Quibbler. It's you. That's so funny.
Yes. That is amazing.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you.
But
No, I was like gonna
Dude,
say I was
we're
gonna
like
say
an
something
hour into
about it.
this movie and we're in the mansion already. Like
Yeah.
this scene, this whole thing is just way too long.
No, I love this sequence so much. I love it.
It's too long.
No, you know what I dislike also about this, like the like changes or whatever they're doing in this movie is the fact that like is like John's like a scientist now, right? Like that helped like make the dinosaurs or something, and like
honorary, maybe. I mean,
that doesn't check out for me like at all. John is
No.
only an entrepreneur. That's all he ever was. Like there's no reason why he should be getting his hands dirty and doing the science. Like he is. I've got some money and I've got some ideas. Let me make a flea.
But he would be
circus,
credited with creating dinosaurs. Like that's just how money works, right? The person who fronts the money is credited with creating the movie. Look at like the Oscars, right? Best picture. It's never the director. I mean, they bring the director up, but the best picture is always the producers. The producers are just the guys that funnel money and kind of coordinate things.
Well, it's kind of like how
they're not making the movie.
It's kind of like how what's his name, Elon, is like he made Tesla. You know, like he's the science behind it, but he's not really.
Right.
You know, he just bought the company.
Right.
He was a doctor, but like what kind of doctor, really? Though, you know,
honorary doctorate.
Yeah, he definitely like he did like a graduation speech at one point, and it was like he was the entrepreneur guy that was like he just gave a speech at Taylor Swift's graduation or something like that.
I so badly want this girl to have like genetic memories of Jurassic Park. Like I want her to flash to her riding in a Ford Explorer.
That would be very, very cool. I don't that wouldn't like realistically happen, but that would be very cool to see.
I like that wouldn't realistically happen. Okay.
Well, like, yeah, but like naturally, like I can think like, oh, they can make a person. They just use some DNA and science and whatever, and they could do it. Yeah, sure, cloning. But like, it's not like how would the brain be imprinted with the same vision? Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know. Like, animals have instincts. Like nothing tells a sea turtle to like return to the beach where it hatched to lay more eggs. Like it just it's in its DNA.
I guess maybe I would be okay with that. Like if like she just like knew how to get to Nublar. So like I feel like I gotta go to this island for some reason.
No, I would love to see like a flashback to like the park being successful. We've just never seen the park be successful. I know that's not a very interesting movie.
Why wait, what park?
Jurassic Park. This little girl was
Jurassic Park was never successful though.
But like
that's why
it was successful up until the point of it not being successful.
I mean, it was never open, so how do you quantify success at that point?
Not in complete tragedy.
It's the construction went well, I guess. I would love a movie set in the past or some point like that. That would be awesome.
But yeah, like second, that's what I'm talking about. Like a movie where they make her like you're back at the original park with her, but like that's just Jurassic Park again without any action or adventure. It's just a tour.
Yeah.
So they spend a whole day in this thing locked up. Like, I guess that's where I get lost because they wake up together on the boat, like they're sleeping and they creepily like smell each other's hair and stuff.
Yeah.
And then they wake up again the next day in this cage. So like they spend this whole day is like 15 minutes of this movie.
Did they just wake up? I wasn't paying attention.
No, they wake up later, I think.
No, there's no more waking up.
Oh.
No, I think they arrive at the dock at night, and all the auction just takes place at night.
Didn't he just wake up with her here?
Wait, Siaka, what are you talking about? Animals literally remember their ancestors' lives, but all of them are bugs. What animal told you that? I feel like that's like I was like Cleopatra in a past life. Stiggy woke up.
I love the scale of these animals compared to the humans. They look so
Yeah. So was that Bumpy right there? Did we just see Bumpy? I didn't.
Stop.
I wasn't looking at the.
Stop. No, Bumpy's still on season. He's still there.
No, he's not. He's gone.
At the end of season 4, Bumpy is still on Nublar.
Well, yeah, but like a lot of dinosaurs got taken off, so maybe Bumpy got taken off.
No, we see the beginning of Dominion at like the end of like season 2 or 3.
What? No, we don't. We see the beginning of Fallen Kingdom.
I'm sorry, Fallen Kingdom. Yeah.
Which takes place 3 years ago, or 2.5, or whatever, you know. The beginning of this movie takes place only like 6 months after Jurassic
So am
World.
I the only one who doesn't hate this? I do not hate this Allosaurus. I think this Allosaurus is awesome.
I like it. I'm fine with it. I love the tension of this sequence. I love the visual style of it. Like it's all like blacks
the visual
and
style
whites.
is King Kong, dude.
Yeah. I just said it's all blacks and whites, basically kind of feeling like a black and white film. And then
Dude, this is
the
like
music
totally
is
King Kong.
building.
Wheel them out and show them off.
Yeah. Steve is Bumpy in a past life, can confirm he currently lives in San Diego. Amy, we are at 121.15. That's where I am. Oh. Steve's slightly ahead, but it's all good. You're welcome.
I don't know if that animal would know what to choose.
But where to go?
Right.
Exactly, Siaka. I feel like Bumpy has to be alive out there. It just like, the only thing is like, I really don't think they care about Camp Cretaceous, unfortunately. I really don't think they care about the show and connecting dots. We'll see. But my bet is they don't care. So I feel
Nikolai
like
makes a good...
it'll go undiscovered or untalked about.
Nikolai makes a good point, Brad. Is that the proper pricing for dinosaurs?
No, absolutely not. 20 millions is not enough for dinosaurs. I know somebody wanted me to say 20 millions. That was not a very good accent, but we'll try it again later.
Because I'm having a Facebook argument right now with somebody currently talking about the Pog collection not being worth like $4,500. And they're like, it's not worth it. Just because some joker on eBay has it doesn't mean it's worth it. I'm like, well, if that joker's the only person in the world who has it listed, isn't the value whatever this person decides to sell it at? Like,
yeah, I forget. Did they say how much they had invested in the Indominus Rex?
I don't remember.
Jurassic World. I feel like there might have been, but I'm not sure. Maybe he just said like a lot of money or something like that. But I definitely feel like it would be a lot more. But who knows? Do I hear 20? Do I hear 20? 20. Thank you. Thank you, 20. Do I hear 21? 21 million.
$21 million.
Here we go. I love the reveal of the Indoraptor. Look at those teeth. It's so cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
I do wish we could see a Scorpius, live action
Stop.
version.
No, it doesn't
Dude,
make
that
any
thing
sense.
it's my favorite hybrid. The Scorpius is awesome.
Oh gosh. I think Indoraptor might be my favorite hybrid of the two.
If this is my second favorite.
The Indoraptor makes sense to me. Like it's like the size of a horse.
Yeah.
It does what Hoskins like predicts that they would eventually end up doing. Like I feel like if you could get this thing with a trainer, it's I don't know, it's kind of just a great monster.
Jared, that's what I was thinking, Jared. I thought I was remembering 26 million in my head. So might be onto something there.
So dinosaurs depreciate over time. 21 million.
Well, I guess this is quite a bit smaller than the Indominus, so
But size doesn't matter. Like that's not what the money goes towards. The money goes towards the tech of teaching this thing to like attack anything that a laser points at.
I mean, if you buy like a big truck, it definitely costs way more than like an SUV.
I can't argue with that logic, buddy. I'm here to argue, but I can't argue with that logic. They both hatch at the same size. So you're creating what hatches. What it grows into is...
It's nobody knows. Who knows?
See, okay, so we were talking not this last wire, but the wire before, about like telling these animals where to go via like remote controls and like Camp Cretaceous. Look, this is the first iteration of that. Like, I feel like, because in this last wire, you were like, no, dude, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And I feel like they're going to do that with the remote controls and the chips and stuff.
I really don't. I'm just thinking that they don't care.
Nobody
anymore.
in the chat who's seen Dominion say anything. This is pre-Dominion talk.
$25 million.
Why not that thing? What makes that thing so incredibly... I don't see how that's more special than like a Velociraptor.
Well, I guess
just because we don't have any more Velociraptors? Like,
well, I think it's because it's made to be a killing machine, whereas the other ones are just like animals, technically. I feel like, I don't know. It's made to be a weapon. It's got to be worth more, I would assume.
So he's like, relax, we'll make some more. And then all of a sudden, Wu is like, yeah, so will they. Why is he making these things if not to sell them? Like, it's what, like, did he know that
he's not ready yet. He wants, I don't know, maybe he's going to make a version that like you can't clone the DNA or something.
It's got DRM in the in the scene.
It's an NFT dinosaur.
I love the Sticky Moloch, man. It's so great.
I love this sequence, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, this is a good.
The music, straight up Psycho, the movie Psycho. And, he's going around stabbing all the people and throwing them around. And I love that this is very much like an Indiana Jones, like Jason Bourne, James Bond type fight here for Owen. It has a play dead feature worth 10 million just for that.
Exactly.
NFTosaurus. Well, a fun fact about the NFTosaurus is that somebody would try to steal it. Oh. Dude, that thing is so vicious looking. I love that chair throw.
Like, why?
It's literally like an Indiana Jones moment, just like using whatever you possibly can to get the job done. And I love that.
Love the way this thing just looks at him.
Yeah.
Now, how do you know, Owen, that the electric wasn't keeping the door locked?
I know, right?
I don't know if I'd be pulling all those wires.
What's going on here? I gotta go get me more dino teeth.
But, like, this is the kind of, like, he didn't capture this dinosaur. So why does he get to keep the teeth?
I guess he thinks it's dead.
He's like, well, this guy over here paid an extra $10 million for it to play dead.
God, this thing's awesome.
Yeah, it looks like so realistic, so good.
It reminds me kind of like the Lost World Raptors, how they are just like, they just use their bodies.
Yeah. Yeah. They really did. Like, they were just like bursting through doors and windows or whatever just to like, yeah.
Oh, wait. Do you think that faint was real, or do you think that's the beginning of the animal playing dead?
Oh, that was fake. 100% fake.
You think that animal goes, oh, I know this is a sleeping aid, so I'm going to drop dead?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I hate that even more.
I mean, it's quite clear.
Look at you.
A hot rod.
You got a cool stripe on you.
Is that what he says?
No. He did say it was a hot rod. It's like clearly, you know, playing with
that
him.
smile. I hate the smile.
It's not. I don't see it as a smile though. I just see its mouth moved.
You choose not to see it.
Dude, I love this though when it towers up in the cage.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so huge. Ah, so brutal.
No
It's
blood.
got Maisie DNA, so it's smart. Like her. There's some blood. There's plenty of blood.
Yeah, there is, I guess. Do we see his eaten off hand? Oh, we do. Gross. Does this thing have sickle claws on it?
I don't know. I think they're just big claws.
The toy has sickle claws, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't have it up there anymore.
Where did it go?
Oh, there it is. I think they're just they kind of like all look like sickle claws almost, but just not as rounded.
Sorry, did you try to show me something? I'm watching the delay.
No,
I'm
trying
to watch the.
I was just looking to see it because I saw the toy in the box over there. Yeah. Dave's dog moves that way, and I was going to say before about like the smiling. I feel like sometimes I look at my dog or whatever, or cat or whoever, and it's like, oh, it looks like you're smiling.
They don't actively smile at you, Brad. That animal actively smiled.
No, I don't think it did. I think it just looked like it smiled. The flowing hair, too much. I was just thinking about that. The hair was going wild.
What are you gonna do, huh?
I love Mills. I wish Mills stuck around. Would have been cool to have Mills as like, a longer foe instead of just one movie.
hate this. I hate this so much.
I love it.
Oh, no. That was like, I didn't know that because like we don't work with the audio. And so
Yeah.
I had no clue. And then I just jumped into the chat one day to like see how everyone was liking it. And you guys were talking about this. And I was like, you gotta be kidding me. How did I get this? Like, okay, so this is the second time that this like lab just gets cleaned out.
What was that?
He's still on Mill's side at this point.
Yeah.
But like, who's cleaning out the lab? Where's he taking? Like, obviously he's like, well, it hit the fan again, so he starts cleaning everything up.
Yeah.
But who's taking? Is it Biosyn? Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I guess. I don't know. We'll see. What, Steve? What? What did I do? Yeah, Ethan, you're a bit late. We are at currently 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 11 seconds. It's a sock drawer in there. Also, by the way, everybody, we are doing a donation drive for the Trevor Project. So if you see that down below, whatever side it's on, we are raising money for the Trevor Project for Pride Month here and also Jurassic June. Looks like we've gotten a few donations so far, so thank you so much to anybody that has donated. Really, really appreciate it.
man, blue is so big.
Yeah, I know. Does seem extra big. The Jurassic World Raptors in general always seemed really big, like in comparison to like the Lost World ones, which seemed like really slender.
Yeah.
So Wu, I missed it, but Wu already got dragged away, right?
He's out.
Yeah, but he got dragged off already, right? Yeah, definitely. And it's so weird that like that's the last you see of Dr. Wu in this movie is just like just got dragged away real quick, you know? So again, let's think about this. This is downstairs somewhere, and somehow the dinosaurs get out upstairs. I don't know.
Bro, this whole mansion has dinosaurs like running around it right now.
10-second hot take on Kenobi episode 3.
I haven't seen it.
10-second hot take. I love the episode. I feel like the direction could be better. The directing, visually, I'm not totally hooked in, and musically, I feel like it could be a little bit better. But I loved it. Was that 10 seconds?
Sure.
Yeah, look at that. It is exactly the same. That's awesome.
So like my team did a lot of work on this entire sequence. I'm just gonna try to call out a few artists who I remember. Connor Cruikshank did a lot of work on this. Zaria Chowardy, Anastasia Watson. I have a photo here. Let's see if I can pick out some more names. And unfortunately, I don't know the paint artists all that well. That was like a whole different department.
While you're looking at that, I love that this sequence has no music. Especially when you're listening in headphones, it's just like all you heard was just like claws and like a little bit of rain and stuff. It was really cool. Also, that high pitch, like squeal that it's like under, it's like above the roar. It's really, really cool.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this shot where it gets on all fours, like I know Connor Cruikshank like started it at least, or like not started, but did a version of it. Like I remember looking at that shot a lot. Oh yeah, so I'm looking at Carlos Chiata is another guy that was an artist back then. Look at these Coelophysis figures; they're so good looking.
Is that what they were?
Yeah, I believe so.
Ethan, no hate here. I love this movie. I feel like it's it's probably my third favorite. I think it's easily my third favorite.
Here's the thing: is like I'm not disenjoying it with like you, like with another Jurassic Park buddy. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it's just in isolation. I'm just like I'll watch The Lost World or I'll watch Jurassic World or something. You know. Dude, the imagery in this is really cool.
Yeah.
With like the museum versus like the.
Ooh. Yeah, there's so many different things like sections in that museum. You've got like the actual museum part, but then you've got the dioramas that they're going through. You've got the downstairs area. I remember we all saw that Dilophosaurus. That was another thing that kind of leaked out ahead of the release, and it was like, oh gosh, that just looks like a T-Rex, like a baby T-Rex with a frill.
I don't think it looks any worse than the new Dominion trailer Dilophosaurus. Like I do not think that Dilophosaur in the trailer.
Oh, I think it looks way different. Siaka, I'm going to answer that question. Aaron, what would it take for you to really hate one of these films for it to be called Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the film?
Yeah, that's what it would take. It would take a solidification that Camp Cretaceous was a real thing, and a movie based on.
Dude, I like the flashing behind you, like this.
Yeah,
the lightning and stuff is flashing in your room.
Oh. No, I mean, I don't know. Even if it was based on Camp Cretaceous, like, the thing is like, you know that the acting would be way better in... Oh, it's so nasty. That's not even... it's not even possible. I don't think that's even possible.
It was
what
like
just happened there.
What? It went above her knee.
Oh, no, it didn't. It definitely went, like, right into her kneecap, didn't it?
I don't know. I looked above. I love this old school horror score. It is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's straight up a horror movie at this point. And what's great about it is Universal makes Jurassic, and Universal makes all the monster movies, and this is such a monster movie sequence, and that's why I really, really love this.
I'm very much afraid of this being the intro to Universal Monsters, like,
which I loved, by the way. Great theory. I'm gonna have to bring that up to some friends because I think they would really like that idea. So.
Sure, bring that up to friends in low places because I don't need anyone who actually has any control over the franchise.
Sorry, friends, but what other kinds of friends do I have?
Friends in low places. That made it sound like they're like dealers.
I like that the Indoraptor had the Spinosaurus problem where it couldn't get through that door. You know, it was just a little bit too much of a barricade.
Yep, I'm gonna go hide under my sheets. That makes sense.
Music. Oh, this is it. I love
cool.
this. Very much a Wolfman style moment here. Like, oh, it's so good. Howling at the moon. This music is so epic.
This shot is gorgeous.
Yes, it is.
Whoever was the CG artist on this and the lighter, like, just.
I got chills. Man. I got chills. That was
so good.
Amazing. One of the coolest shots in Jurassic ever. And then the fact that you realize, like, this thing is just crawling all over the roof and then going upside down.
This is like my Fortnite strategy. You don't go into the building. You start at the roof and you just act your way down into it. And you collect all the treasures.
Sorry, I ignored your invite the other day. I was in the middle of playing something else. My bad.
How dare you?
It is very much like a vampire, like a Dracula. It's such a Dracula bit here.
I feel like this is all
Nosferatu or something like that.
Yeah, I feel like this is like the Bayona. Like, this is why Trevorrow wanted Bayona to do this stuff.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Because he's like a horror director or whatever. I don't know his work all that well, but like...
The Orphanage, right? I remember loving that.
When I think of like Spanish horror, I feel like this is what I would think Spanish horror is. Oh yeah, it does kind of have a sickle. Kinda. It's like really big.
Yeah, it's just like a longer like sickle. Oh, such a great little transition there from like horse shadow to dinosaur mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amy's got a good point. Sleep. Monsters cannot get you under the blanket. That's exactly. Look at this. This is so creepy.
They're definitely breaking that CG model to do this. There's no way that model bends this way.
It's kind of like having the T-Rex is so low to the ground in the Lost World next to the trailers.
Oh yeah, I know what you're saying.
Like they would never be able to do that.
It's so tall.
It's got we just mentioned Wolfman, Dracula. The thing is also like Frankenstein's monster, it isn't the perfected thing, right? It's not as messed up as a Scorpius, but it's still not perfect. That's why he didn't want to sell it.
Right.
So we got 3 different monsters there. I guess maybe the Indominus had a little bit of the Invisible Man.
Wah wah. You did it, man. No, I just like, for anybody who listens to the podcast or doesn't listen to the podcast, which I'm assuming you listen to the podcast if you're here, but like, I have this theory that this launches Universal Monsters, where like like Jurassic is the backbone of Universal monster movies.
Yeah.
And I hate it so much, but like I can just see an executive being like, we did it. We've launched. I saw that Luna Lovegood image again.
Oh, you caught me. I love this rooftop sequence. It's so cool. Again, loving the sound design here.
I love that it doesn't just roar, but it like slams its body and its hands on the ground. Like,
yeah. Dave
like
says
charge you.
Dave said, you said it, Aaron. It's out there now. You can't put it back in the box, you know?
I've had that theory since Jurassic World with the Indominus. I was like, oh, I bet the Indominus shows up in a Universal monster movie one day.
Yeah.
Yo, what the what?
I love that. Like, just reaching out your arms.
But there's the girl right behind him.
Yeah, I love how it's one of those like repeat shots. Like they repeated the jump and the crash of it like two or three times there.
Yeah. Remember when we thought this skull had like significant meaning to this movie?
Oh, I mean, it
kind
of
like
does.
The first. No, it doesn't. Not really.
Well, yeah, it's not like it that was an important dinosaur or anything. Oh,
Gave yourself away, Blue.
I love it. I was kind of genuinely like scared of her for a second.
Do you think that Blue is going to be the one to?
Well, I kind of thought it would be like
So
both of them.
This shot should end with her barking, like there,
Yeah,
and it
yeah.
should end.
Yeah, that was
The jump
one step
forward
too
is-
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a very like video gamey or something like that.
yeah.
Especially with that music.
Well, and she gets like really distorted by the lens as she gets closer to it, and it's like, why?
It kind of looks like
that shot has the problem. Go ahead.
Good.
I say that shot has the same problem as that like horrific T shot from Jurassic World. Like it gets
Kind of,
too
yeah.
close.
Yeah. And it like changes her scale a little bit, it looked like.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you with this Luna Lovegood. I'm gonna put regular glasses on. It's just you're gonna ruin the fun. They're all dying.
Nikolai's saying, yeah, let the dinos die.
No, you can't have a third movie if the dinosaurs die.
I mean, they could have figured out a way. But like that would have been such like a downer of a ending to this movie, right? Like if they just let all these dinosaurs die. Like I can't imagine that version of the movie.
Okay, there's a Patasaurus. Wow,
Yeah.
it like really comes out of a very tiny cage.
Yeah, they're not very prepared. But look, there's like 20 species in here. 20 dinosaurs total.
Why is it open the outer doors is an emergency?
No one knows.
So what is Claire's arc in movie 3? Because like here she's like she goes from I'm a corporate person to I'm gonna save lives. Oh, I guess her arc is she was willing to let them die here, right? Like, yeah, because it's not her that does anything.
Yeah, she didn't do anything. I don't know, man. That's one of my biggest questions. Is I feel like she looks like she has no arc in the next movie. Like it looks like there's no real story involved for Claire, and that's kind of scary. Doors open. Go ahead, guys. You can leave.
How did this movie make it? They're alive like me, pro-life. How did this movie survive Hollywood?
Like, what is it? Is this his car?
I don't
have
know.
a minivan?
It's a van. Yeah, like it's a van.
How'd this minivan get in the movie? Like, Jurassic is known for all the coolest vehicles. And he doesn't even have like he didn't have like a Ferrari or something. Like he's got a minivan. Hey, what do you want from me? I got kids, you know?
There's the baby trike. Love it. Love the pteranodons. This is
there's
so
Bumpy.
Cool. This
I saw Bumpy right there.
Oh, you did not stop.
I did. Canon. It's canon now. Look at Compy just jumping off his back. This is a callback to Tim getting crushed under the vehicle? No.
I don't know.
I'm joking. I don't think it matters. It's probably accurate, though.
Okay, so I did work on this shot. I worked on this shot with a guy named Connor Cruikshank. I worked on it like before I took a vacation, and then when I came from the vacation, like we were still going on it.
Ooh.
I got to do like all the dinosaur portions of it.
It's kind of silly that it does the thing there, but
yeah. But you know where it
All
looks
right.
really cool? It looks really cool on my demo reel with the music.
I love this scene here. And I love the lighting too. The lighting's really cool.
Yeah, but blue looks weird. It's just camera angles on these raptors, like on some of these dinosaurs in these movies. I don't know. I think
T-Rex
anytime
has
a
a way of
dinosaur looks into a camera, it always looks weird anyway.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think the T-Rex has a way of sneaking up on people. It seems to have a habit of doing that. Like this looks amazing. Like I love the lighting here and oh, it's so good. There's a bit of grain.
T-Rex is a stealthy killer.
She don't want to go in no cage. Not me. And I love.
So,
Oh,
no.
again, the headlights on this car now. There's just
Screw
all these
you, bro.
headlights all over it. It looks so good. This final scene with Blue. Oh, it's so good. That shadow. Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
It's
it's
really cool.
amazing.
It's
Amazing
really cool.
shot.
Yeah. Good call. It was cool.
Yeah, I do love that. Yeah, it does reflect the Jurassic World ending.
Oh no! Oh, this end of the eyes.
Oh, here
Oh,
we
that's
go.
not the shot.
Cross. All the same guys. Same guys.
It is.
Same seats. Talk in a second here. Amazing. Love that T-Rex and lion.
It's an alright shot.
That's
You
pretty
can tell
cool.
you can tell these are retakes.
Welcome to Jurassic World. So, what I gather from that Malcolm bit is it feels like he's reacting to these events of the dinosaurs being out in the
Right.
wild.
Yeah.
But everything in that sequence is the same as the first sequence. So,
Well, come on, that's just budgeting. That's just budget and
Yeah.
schedules and
yeah, but like move people around if you
but,
know
like shift, like
yeah. Like do something. End of the movie. Movie's
Yeah.
over. There we go. The Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, folks. There it is.
Oh.
But I think that's weird because it definitely feels like it's trying to say this is after the movie. But I guess there is that like what if scenario. I guess he could be like referring to like what if, because the whole sequence, the whole meeting is about like, should we save these dinosaurs, right? So he's saying like, maybe he's like saying like, what if we did save these and then they would be amongst us, they would be in our world, But it sounds like he's talking about the change, and there has been a change. It seems like there might have been a change. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. I think it's for sure happening after the events of Lockwood Manor. Oh, I can't talk to you on delay anymore. It's really weird.
Delay?
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I don't know. Well, so I was watching the YouTube page.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
It's like really throwing me that you're not reacting to anything I say.
Yeah, don't watch me there. We have our own video. Look there.
Yeah, I don't know. This movie's fine. I enjoy it for a Wednesday night watch. No, you can't put the Quibbler stuff up anymore. I don't have the glasses on.
Oh man, I'm sorry. I'm trying to see if I had some weird glasses. No, I don't.
I should maybe I'll do a series of watching 3D movies where I just have I'll just wear crazy glasses every episode.
You should.
Yeah, I don't know. I know you love this. Where do you rank this though? Like in the 5, where is this one for you?
I said it before. I think it's number 3 for me.
So what is it? It's Jurassic, Lost World, and this?
Or Lost World, Jurassic in this. Yeah.
Lost World.
And then Jurassic World, JP3.
Wow. How far below Jurassic World is JP3 for you?
Oh, very. Very far.
Very, okay.
Yeah.
So there's a giant gap between those two movies.
Yeah, there should be. But I do still love the movie, and I like a lot of it. So, but I feel like that movie more than others has a lot of issues for me. But yeah. Let's see. Siaka says Dominion, JP1, the rest.
Oh my gosh, Dominion. Oh wait, Siaka, have you seen? Dominion?
I don't know. I'm not sure. But
I'm really worried about Dominion.
I love this movie. I feel like we talked about this, so we don't really have to go too deep or anything, but I feel like we talked about this a lot on the episode this week.
Yeah.
It feels like there's a lot of questions, a lot of, things we need answered between Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, and also Camp Cretaceous, if you do want to throw that in there. But I feel like there's a lot of questions raised and things that need to be answered. I think, we said it before in the episode this week that I don't really feel like Jurassic Park, The Lost World, Jurassic Park 3. I don't really feel like those were movies that were like mystery boxes that you really needed to unravel the mystery behind the whole thing. And there was one mystery, and it was what else is on InGen's list? And outside of that, you didn't care about anything else. It was just okay, all this stuff is cool, it connects, whatever, it's fine. But now
I feel like that wasn't even I feel like that wasn't even a mystery other than just it was just bad writing. It was some writer
just a
was
line.
oh, wouldn't it be cool? Yeah, wouldn't this be a cool line?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It was just because we're opening up this world and including things that you've never seen before, that we got to throw some kind of line in there about, what else could be out there.
That's such two-dimensional thinking. You just because you didn't see it in the Lost World doesn't mean it wasn't on Sorn.
Yeah.
I don't so the whole thing. Oh, the
hair in my mouth.
What's the stupid dinosaur with the sail? The Spinosaurus. Just because we didn't see Spinosaurus in the Lost World, it's it could have been out there. It could have just not been caring about the events of what was going on.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, exactly. No, yeah, and the first trilogy wasn't planned out. It wasn't it does feel like three very different movies, but I still got this hair in my mouth that I can't figure out how to get out. But they didn't really, even though they were so disconnected, they didn't necessarily there wasn't lingering questions or things you really needed to know too much. So I don't know, but this one, like I said, I feel like I have a lot of questions and a lot of things that need answered into Dominion. So here's hoping they do, but I have no idea. But I do love this movie. I think the visuals are so cool. The music is incredible. So to me, they've got a lot to top here. And for me personally, we talked a lot about it this past week about like, I'm feeling like very drained over this whole cycle of 4 years of like, talking about this movie, waiting for this movie, watching it, from the outside. So we'll see. But I'm hoping that I don't like have that same kind of reaction like I did with Fallen Kingdom, where I like come out of the first viewing and I was like, well, that was really cool, but like I saw it all. And I feel like I'm gonna say that here. But I don't know. I think there will be like nice surprises and nice, or at least a good portion of Dominion that haven't seen in trailers and storylines and things like that. So I'm really interested to see, how much is still out there.
I've completely like pretty much stopped with social media. Like everyone that I kind of interact with, like via chats and stuff, they're like, oh, block this person and block this person and oh, can't believe so-and-so is like spoiling this. I'm like, you know what the great thing about being an old guy is? Like, I don't care about social media whatsoever. Like, you kind of have to be a part of it, like as like the promoter, right? And like the producer of the podcast. But I get to just like sit back and like not know anything. And I didn't like, my company that I worked for didn't do Dominion. So like it wasn't even working on it before I left that company. So like I get to see this one straight fresh. Like this is the first absolutely fresh Jurassic movie I get to see since JP3.
Yeah, I mean, if you had left in the middle of making JP3, there would have been a lot of questions. We would have been like, what are you doing with your life? But no. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Very interested to see what happens. Aaron is definitely living the life. His best, his most Luna Lovegood, whatever her name is.
I don't know if I'm living the life. I'm renting a home in Oklahoma City. Like, I don't know if I would consider that living the life.
I don't know if I'd consider that living, but we're out here. Any final thoughts on Dominion or anything, I guess, before we head out of here?
No, I'm just watching this ocean of VFX artists like go across the screen.
I know. I'm gonna miss that. I gotta say, I'm gonna miss sitting in the theater and waiting for the 3D portion to pop up and just scanning it as fast as I can, looking for Aaron Beyer on the credit list. But
so my last credit was what was the Doctor Strange movie that just came out? That was my... Oh, here we go. 3D conversion by Stereo D. All right, so let's see. Stereographer Brian Tabor. This is the only Jurassic movie stereographer.
There it is. I see it. Assistant depth leads right there. Aaron Beyer.
All right. All the other ones were headed up by a guy named Yukiro Aoki, and the new movie is going back to Yukiro Aoki. So expect more. If you like 3D, the 3D will be, I would imagine, similar to Jurassic Park 3D and Jurassic World. But anyway, so we were talking about credits or something. Oh yeah, so my last credit was Doctor Strange, and there is a movie that I worked on while I was there that has not been released, has not been announced, nothing. So we'll see.
Not even announced? Oh my lord!
Even announced.
Hey, look, and now since we're here, we just have Pteranodons landing on top of the Eiffel Tower in Las Vegas.
I remember writing you after seeing that clip at the theater, of course, and being like, either this is a terrible idea or this movie is basically the cracking open of the Jurassic world. Well, I mean it's like a weird teaser because it's just like an extension of what we already saw. It doesn't really change anything or do anything wild. It just it should have just been in the other portion. But yeah. Back in this chair. Oh.
I am thankful that you joined me here tonight, dude. So I really appreciate that. Again,
thank you for having me.
We do have a charity drive going on down below. So if you want to help give back this Jurassic June, and also for Pride Month, we've got a fundraiser going on for the Trevor Project. So we're trying to raise some money to help out some people and do some good things with Jurassic Gives Back. So please go ahead and donate if you can. If you can't, that's fine too. Just go ahead and share it. That's also helping. If you share it around, if you can't actively donate money, just tell your friends, tell your family, and that'll be cool. That'll be perfect. But that will be up there for the next month, all the way through the end of June. And I'll try to put it on every video that we release coming up here so that, it'll actively be there. You can just search it out. But I appreciate anybody who donated tonight. I don't see I don't have the information in front of me. For some reason, it doesn't show up. But I appreciate it. And thank you so much. And yes, none of the money comes to us at all. So this will all go straight to the Trevor Project. But yes, next week, let me go ahead and bring up that information real quick. We do have one more live stream, and that will be our final one, Battle at Big Rock and the Jurassic World Dominion and Prologue. We're going to watch both those things. And they are actually both just available on YouTube, so you might have to bring up 2 different YouTube screens, I guess, if you want to watch us.
Oh, I should have volunteered. I should have volunteered for that weekend, man. That's a great lineup.
Yeah, it's going to be a nice, quick, I'm sure it'll still be like 2 hours or whatever, probably somehow. But yeah, we'll get through it and we'll watch those 2. I really, really dig both of those, obviously, and they'll lead us straight into Jurassic World Dominion. Literally, I'm going to New York the next day to see this movie, and I luckily am going to the panel that has, Colin and who else? DeWanda Wise, Jeff Goldblum, Bryce, I think, Emily Carmichael.
I can't believe you managed that. That's like...
I just got tickets. I got 2 tickets to it, like in different spots. One for the front and one for a few rows back.
How'd you get what?
Well,
so
because,
who are you taking? Who are you taking that has to sit far away from you?
Only me. Because I don't want to sit in the front row to see this movie for the very first time in IMAX. But then
why'd you buy a front row?
Because they're gonna be there in the front row. So I want to
You're gonna lose that front row seat, buddy.
That's fine. I don't want it. What do you mean I'm gonna lose it? I'm gonna sit in it. I'm gonna sit in it in the beginning before the movie, and then I'm gonna move to the farther back seat before the movie starts, and sit there and watch the movie.
Oh, the panels first?
Yeah. I believe so.
I guess that, you know what, that would make sense, right? Because what if the movie's just atrocious and everyone's like, "How dare you? How dare you make
answer for your crimes? How dare you?" Yeah, that would be funny.
How could you make this film?
Yeah.
What have you done?
They quickly vacate the property and they're gone. Unless maybe they bought the seats next to me. If they did that and they bought like the first row next to me, I'll be like, all right, I guess I'm going to sit here. But like, probably not.
I mean, I'm like racking my brain. What can I have you get signed for me by?
Nothing.
Jeff Goldblum?
Jeff. Yeah, I don't know, man.
I don't really want your signature. I mean, if you want to autograph something for me.
Oh, I can sign some stuff for you. Here, I'll sign this piece of wood of your logo that you made, and I'll send it out to you right away. ASAP. I'll get on to it.
That logo I made. Oh my gosh, so long ago at this stage. But
yeah. Well, again, please join us next week. And also go to our website, JurassicParkPodcast.com, where you can find our latest episode, which is right here, The Jurassic Wire. And Aaron is on that episode as well. And we talked all about Jurassic World Dominion and the lead up to the movie, the promotional, stuff like that. We talked about the characters, where they've been, where they're going. Gaming. We talked about Jurassic June. There's a lot of good stuff in this episode, I think. And, it was like kind of a Wire episode, but also kind of not. But we did it anyway. I know beforehand, Aaron, I had mentioned why don't we just like make it not a wire? And then at the end of it, I was just like, that was just a wire that we did. So I made it a wire anyway. So it's all good.
Yeah, that was that was weird. But how do you and I not have a conversation that goes for 4 hours? I don't know if that's possible. I mean, tonight it's possible because we're going to kill this thing.
It's happening. Yeah, this has been the longest live stream, what do you call it? Watch party, I think. This run, at least, of the past 5 movies. So. But
that's because I don't shut up.
It's very true. It's very true. It's very hard to keep you contained. You know, once you let it out, it's hard to get it back in the box. You know,
it's because no one else will talk about Jurassic Park with me, buddy. That's the problem.
You got to get out on social media, dude. Hit the Twitters. You know, I guess not. Not now.
I don't want to be mad about Jurassic Park. I just want to talk about Jurassic Park.
Yeah, well, what are you gonna do? Thank you, Dave. Really, really appreciate that. Yes, it has been fun. Greg, thank you for coming. Thank you, everybody, for watching us. Yeah, I really, really appreciate everybody joining us, especially for all of these live streams so far. And like I said, we've got one more, and maybe after that, maybe we will do Harry Potter. You know, maybe we will watch all the Harry Potters after this. And Aaron, I don't know if you have those movies in 3D, but that could be fun.
I have Harry Potter 3D glasses. I don't know how those really work because they're very small.
We just saw them, the whole movie that we just watched. You were wearing them.
No. These are the Velociraptor blue glasses.
They are pretty cool. I do dig that.
From what are these from? I think this is from Fallen Kingdom. But
everybody be here on June 9th and 10th. We're going to watch Harry Potter all week, all day, every day. Forget about Jurassic World Dominion. Anyway, that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got for everybody. So thank you so much. Thank you, Aaron, for joining me. And we'll see you all next week. Thank you. Have a good one.
See ya.